Hello everyone, welcome to the Facts You Need to Know channel, where we share fascinating stories about countries worldwide. Today, we embark on a journey to a country in Southeast Asia, often referred to as the Land of Thousand Islands, Indonesia. Indonesia, officially known as the Republic of Indonesia. This country owns more than 18,000 islands of various sizes. Not only is it endowed with a rich flora and fauna ecosystem, but this distribution contributes to a unique aspect of Indonesia, as its culture is shaped by more than 300 different ethnic groups. Now, let's discover the fascinating aspects of this land of thousands of islands. Indonesia is an archipelagic country located in Southeast Asia, situated between the Asian continent and Oceania. It's bordered by the Indian Ocean to the west and the Pacific Ocean to the east. The country has a total area of 1,920,570 square kilometers and a coastline of 50,716 kilometers, making Indonesia the country with the second longest coastline in the world after Canada. It's known for its vast size and numerous islands. With a land area this vast, Indonesia is the largest country in Southeast Asia. The country shares borders with Malaysia to the north, Timor-Leste and Papua New Guinea to the east, and Australia to the south. Traveling from the two farthest points of the country, North Sumatra to West Papua, takes more than 12 hours by flight. Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, is one of the country's most renowned cities. The capital is located on the northwest coast of Java at the mouth of the Siliwangi River, which flows into Jakarta Bay, home to about 9 million Indonesians. Moreover, Jakarta is also an extremely suitable place for virtual life enthusiasts. According to Instagram, the popular social media platform, Jakarta boasts the highest number of live virtual photos in Asia and ranks 8th globally. Jakarta is also famous for traffic jams, and Indonesia once had the idea of moving its capital to another location to solve traffic jams. Indonesia, known as the Land of Thousand Islands, comprises 17,508 to 18,306 large and small islands. Discrepancies in these numbers arise due to variations in statistical methods and definitions of what constitutes an island. Notable islands such as Sumatra, Java and Bali contribute to this range. Additionally, Indonesia still has many unnamed islands, and the government is actively involved in identifying and naming them. With the equator crossing through its center, Indonesia maintains an average temperature ranging from approximately 27 to 35 degrees throughout the year, with no distinct winter season. The Indonesian coastline primarily consists of low plains, while inland areas are characterized by numerous mountains and tropical forests, which cover about 2/3 of the territory. Indonesia has a typical tropical monsoon climate, characterized by two distinct seasons, rainy season and dry season. The hot and humid rainy season extends from November to April of the following year, while the hot and dry season lasts from May to the end of October. Now, let's explore the history, culture, people, and interesting things about this land of thousands islands. Currently, Indonesia is also one of the most populous countries in the world, with a population of 274 million people. It's a multi-ethnic, multi-faith country, with 87% identifying as Muslims, 7% as Protestants, 7% as Hindus, and 0.7% as Buddhists. Indonesia is also the largest home for Muslims, accounting for 12% of the global Muslim population. Indonesia is a country with a young population and abundant labor resources, with 165 million people under 30 years old, while only 8% of Indonesia's population is over 60 years old. Diverse in ethnicity, diverse in beliefs, and people living on many different islands, so Indonesia has a lot of languages. According to statistics, Indonesia has about 700 different languages. Bahasa Indonesia is the national language used in schools and state-owned enterprises, as well as the media. However, numerous indigenous languages exist, and even people living on two islands next to each other may not even understand each other's languages. Referring to a major economy in the top 20 in the world, and in Southeast Asia, many people may think of Singapore, Malaysia or Thailand, but it's all wrong. Indonesia is the largest economy in Southeast Asia, the 16th largest economy in the world, with a GDP of $212 trillion in 2022. However, when you break down these numbers, Indonesia's per capita income is only $4,256 per person per year, placing it outside the top 100 in the world. What do Indonesians eat? because at an Islamic country, it's certainly difficult to find dishes made from pork in Indonesia. Instead, locals prefer dishes such as lamb, beef, chicken, and seafood. Indonesian cuisine is known for its spicy and flavorful dishes. Rice is the main food in daily meals. Indonesia is located along the Pacific Ring of Fire. It ranks as the third largest volcanic country on the planet, after the US and Russia. There are a total of approximately 150 volcanoes, with 127 believed to still be active, which also causes a lot of anxiety and insecurity for the Indonesian people. This is where one of the most horrific eruptions in more than a century occurred. The story goes that in 1883, the famous volcanic island of Krakatau, situated between Java and Sumatra, erupted, causing two huge tsunamis that killed more than 36,000 people and destroyed 165 coastal villages. It's believed that the sound produced by the erupting volcano is the loudest ever recorded. The explosion was detected from more than 600 kilometers away, affecting over 113 of the Earth's surface. Ash from this eruption even reached Singapore, over 800 kilometers to the north, and Cocos Island, over 100 kilometers to the southwest. Indonesia's Sunda Strait was in darkness for about 20 hours and had tsunamis of more than 40 meters. Indonesia is home to the world's largest volcanic lake. Lake Toba, situated inside a supervolcano in northern Sumatra, holds the distinction of being the largest natural volcanic lake on the planet. The lake was formed after an eruption that occurred about 75,000 years ago. Currently, it lies within a plateau with a length of 100 kilometers and a width of 30 kilometers at an altitude of about 900 meters above sea level. Toba Lake is cool and fresh all year round and is known as the jewel of the island of Sumatra. Have you ever heard of the presence of dragons? Yes, that's Komodo Island. Komodo Island in Indonesia is the home of the Komodo dragon, the world's largest lizard and closely related to dinosaurs. Komodo dragons are considered quite dangerous due to their carnivorous nature and capability to consume human flesh. Currently, according to estimates by the World Animal Organization, there are about 6,000 Komodo dragons living in Indonesia's Komodo National Park. However, the planet's only dragon is also facing extinction because of gender imbalance and shrinking living conditions. It's called the Komodo dragon, but in fact, it's just a giant lizard. Despite being a predominantly Muslim country, Indonesia is home to the world's largest Buddhist relic temple, Borobudur, the Buddhist wonder built in the 9th century. The site is located 42 kilometers north of central Java. The name of this place in Indonesian means Buddha Tower on a high hill. The pagoda consists of 9 floors stacked on top of each other. This pagoda is decorated with 672 carved reliefs and 504 Buddha statues. The top dome alone is surrounded by 72 Buddha statues. Despite its monumental size, this temple was abandoned in the 13th century when Arab traders brought Islam into Indonesia. Within about 200 years, nearly all the people of the Indonesian archipelago had converted to Islam. After World War II, Indonesia recognized the importance of this temple. This country invited many archaeologists from around the world to study it. This country also asked UNESCO for assistance in restoring this historic site. There have been nearly 30 different countries around the world collaborating with Indonesia to restore this Buddhist temple. The restoration program cost about $17 million in 1991. It has been officially recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. When discussing Indonesia, we cannot overlook the island of Bali, often referred to as Indonesia's tourist paradise. Bali comprises the main island of Bali and several other nearby islands. The island of Bali covers an area of nearly 6,000 square kilometers and is home to a population of over 4 million people. It's Indonesia's main tourist destination and has played an exceptionally vital role in the country's economic development since the 1980s. Bali is famous for its green beaches, white sands stretching under the bright sun, sacred ancient temples and unique architecture, vast green terraces and traditional Indonesian villages. Bali is a blend of pristine natural beauty and Indonesian culture. This is one of the islands that attracts the largest number of tourists in the world. Bali boasts stunning beaches such as Kuta, Seminyak and Jimbaran, where you can enjoy activities like surfing, diving, snorkeling and relaxing on the beach. The island also features lush mountainous areas like Kintamani and Bedugul, where visitors can admire beautiful natural scenery and visit waterfalls such as Gitchit and Tejenungan. Those are some interesting facts about Indonesia. The country is famously known as the Land of Thousand Islands. If you have any other fascinating information about this nation, share it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to help the channel grow. Now, goodbye and see you in the next sections.